great country music.
Here we go. Scotty Bennett's Texas Nights on KOKE FM.
Austin, Texas country, KOKE FM. It's Texas Nights, and I promised you a big guest, and we got him. Finally, Matthew McConaughey is on the line with me. Matthew, how you doing tonight?
Yo, doing pretty good. Pretty good, relatively speaking, sir.
And you're in Austin, so are you getting ready are you going to be watching the game tomorrow at your house here, or are you going to Stillwater?
No, I'm watching it here. We're still pretty much hanging on a pretty tight quarantine. We got my 88-year-old mother with us and the family, so we're still hanging tight. And actually, I just noticed this in my schedule, and I had to call my assistant and go, "What the hell happened?" I have a conversation with Ethan Hawke tomorrow about my Greenlights, my book,
right,
at the Texas Book Festival, and it is right in the middle of game time. So actually, that was planned before game time. The game time was set. Right. So I'm deciding if I'm going to catch it, step out, or record it, and then come back and try and watch it live and keep the rest of the world from letting me know what happened.
I've tried that before, and it's impossible. When you're a Longhorn fan, you have to see something somewhere. It'll tell you the score, and I don't want to do that. And especially this year with the nail biters we've seen almost every week, my heart can't handle it anymore.
I hear you, and I also don't like the fact that if something's already happened in the world, to go back and watch it after it's been recorded is not the same buzz.
That's right. And you speak of Ethan Hawke and the Texas Book Festival. The main reason I want to talk to you today, because that's next Saturday here in Austin, and it's a virtual thing, so you can be worldwide and tune in. You buy your pass, and you get to see you and Ethan Hawke talking about your new book, Greenlight, which is amazing. I bought it yesterday on Kindle, yesterday morning, and I had seen you on the Dak Shepard podcast. A friend of mine tagged you, and so I went and got the book immediately. I started reading it. I'm halfway through it. I couldn't put it down because your life and my life at the very beginning paralleled. I'm from South Texas, Pearsall. You grew up in Uvalde. And the one reason I wanted to talk to you sooner than later is in the first chapter, you're talking about the Little Mr. Texas competition. Well, yeah. I was in it with you.
You were in it? Did you win?
No. However,
did you get third place?
They tell me I got third, but I don't know. So you said something about Dak Shepard on his podcast. Who won? Well, I did the research. And this guy won. Lance Hunter is joining us now. This is the winner of the Little Mr. Texas.
Lance!
Lance, can you hear us? He just installed Zoom a little while ago. Lance, we got you.
Hey, I got Zoom on, thank God.
Mr. Texas.
What's up, Matthew? Long time no see.
Long time no see. Oh, it's been since 1977. You know the story I was raised on, Lance?
Yes, sir. I heard it a few years back.
It's hilarious because you guys, you kept bringing it up. My mom had told me in the 90s, because I remember the contest, but I don't remember a lot about it. But she said, yeah, that Matthew McConaughey, he's in movies now. He was in that contest with you. I'm like, sure, Mom, whatever, Mom. And then she actually pulled out, I have the actual program here in pristine condition. And sure enough, there's Matthew from Uvalde, me from Pearsall, and this guy named Lance Hunter from Freer. And Lance Hunter, the name is made for the country and Western. You should be a country Western stripper or something.
Yeah, I heard you were talking about my name earlier, and I just want to let you know tonight I'm performing at the Cheetah, and they got dollar well drinks and dollar beer. So if y'all want to support, I'll be there.
Now, Matthew,
this is what happens to Little Mr. Texas alumni right here.
All three of us. So, Matthew, you told the story. Your mom said that you didn't think that the winner counted because he was rich and he had a three-piece suit. And I saw the picture earlier of Lance's suit, and it was snazzy.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you get that suit, Lance? My mom told me that was cheating.
Well, this lady who used to babysit me and all the kids in town, Amelia De Los Santos, she was a heck of a sewer. And my mom had her make that suit for me.
That's awesome.
It worked. You won.
Oh, it was snazzy, I tell you.
And so, Lance,
I wore it to school a few times, got all the ladies with that.
Are you okay with Matthew taking credit for winning that for the last, 30 years until 2018, I guess?
Yeah, of course. I love that guy. We're all good with it.
Well, I was only taking credit for it because my mom had been lying to me for 20-something years, telling me I didn't find out till 2 years ago.
That's awesome.
That I was runner-up, and I went to her.
And Lance, are
She's
you
been telling
rubbing
me
it
all my
in?
life I was Little Miss Texas.
Lance, are you rubbing it in? Is that the trophy behind you?
Oh no, that's actually the Muy Grande Deer contest trophy. No, but I got it in my house, at the shrine, at the top of the damn. Oh, I'm kidding. I don't even know where that thing is.
Well, Lance, thanks for doing this. I made connection with Lance. We talked about it on my radio show 2 years ago when you brought it up on the Tonight Show, and somebody knew Lance, and they knew he won. I'm like, oh, we got to make this connection because you were asking something about it. Dak Shepard asked, Monica, his co-host, they wanted to know who really won the contest, and I'm like, we got this guy.
You got the exclusive too, Lance.
Yeah.
This is great. This
You're
is
great.
outstanding.
Hey, Matthew, I heard Scott wanted a rematch because he didn't even make the podium. Me and you were on the podium. He was standing in the back with everyone else.
My horse was smaller than normal, so
Hey, Scott, lick your wounds, man. Lick your wounds. Trust me, I wasn't on the top of the podium either. I was just over there on the lower edge of it.
That's hilarious. But Lance, thank you for doing this.
Okay, fellas, be careful. Matthew, thanks a lot. Hey, send me a signed book. I want a green
Deal.
light.
Send
That's
it.
what little Mr. Texas gets that.
Absolutely. I don't know what the best way. Go back through Scotty and give me your address. All
Yeah,
right.
we'll
You're
take
the
care of
man. Thank you,
Deal.
sir.
All right,
Okay,
now.
adios. Be
That's
careful.
hilarious.
God bless.
It's
That's
so
great.
It's so funny that contest. The only thing I remember about that contest is meeting Joaquin Jackson, the Texas Ranger, the night before because he was a judge. And the day of the contest, I never saw him again, but I remember getting in trouble for talking too much backstage. We had some lady that was monitoring the classroom, but I didn't think another thing of it. And then you start talking about it on the Tonight Show. I'm like, oh, wait, let's go find that program again. It's amazing. And it's
I don't have the program. You have the program. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I'll get you a copy of it because it's and the book I started, like I said, Greenlight, and it's in the first chapter talking about what your mom did, telling you that all those years, and I thought that was amazing. And speaking of the book, again, you're going to be doing the virtual Texas book tour. I think we still got Lance on. Let me.
Let me sign out. Okay.
I got him. I got him muted. And with Ethan Hawke, now how is that going to be moderated? Is he moderating it, or are you just guys going to have like this kind of conversation talking about the book? How's that going to work?
So let me get this straight because we might have to redo this question.
Yes.
It's not this Saturday. It's next Saturday, you said?
The 7th.
Did you just give me a gift? So that whole beginning thing of me thinking I'm not watching the Oklahoma State game live is wrong. Thank you for the gift. Okay. Right. So I don't know if we nixed the beginning of that or not, but thank you. You just gave me a gift. I in my head in this busy schedule thought it was this Saturday.
Well, it's not. When you told me, I thought maybe it was a pre-meeting to get ready for next Saturday, but no, the actual event's the 7th.
So yes, I am watching all of the game. Thank goodness. No, so what Ethan and I are going to do, I've been on this book tour, and this will be, I think, my 6th or 7th one.
Right.
Started off with Richard Linklater there in Austin, and then did some more along the way. It's a conversation. He's read Greenlights. I've read some of his books. He's going to interview me somewhat, and we're going to talk about all things life, probably fatherhood, probably our careers somewhat, and then I think he and I are going to agree a lot on how the theme of my book is that green lights in life, we love catching them. They affirm our way. They tee us up for success in the future, and we can engineer those through choices we make. Sometimes we just get lucky and they fall in our lap. Sometimes it's just what our perspective is seeing a situation. So he and I will probably talk about different red lights and yellow lights in our life that have turned green later and all kinds of stuff like that. But I'm looking forward to it.
And I kind of cheated because I heard you on the Dak Shepard podcast talking about the book, and then I bought the book. And I do like the way you did the red light, green light. And growing up in South Texas, then going to Longview, and your brother's much older than you, and your trip to Australia, I've gotten to the part where you're just getting back from Europe, where you toured Europe on motorcycles, which must have been amazing. Yes. And then coming back, and then that's after you did the Dazed and Confused, of course, here at Top Notch Burger, and you didn't have a script. You just all right, it just came to you. And I like the way in the book you embrace that, because remember Jimmy J.J. Walker from Good Times? He would come in to town. He came and did a thing here in Austin not too long ago, and he insisted nobody say dynamite to him. You can't say it. You can bring it up. It was like if you did it, he leaves. But you embrace the all right. And it's the identity. I love it.
Look, it's the first 3 words I ever said on stream. Right here in Austin, Texas, at the Top Notch. And look, I got that job I didn't know if that was going to be my one night to work and film for the rest of my life. I thought it might be a little cool thing that I was doing one summer and might never do it again. And here 28 years later, it's become a career that I've grown to love. You damn right you can introduce me with all right, all right, all right. It's the first 3 words I ever said on screen that started my career. So yeah, I'm honored with it.
And just the way all that happened, you meeting the guy at the top of the Hyatt, going in to do the screen test, and the whole way that all put together, it gave me chills, and it's hard to put down. The book is amazing, and it's a lot longer than I expected, but it's got so much information. And so don't ruin the second half for me, but all the stories, especially Australia, the doolies, I can't believe that. And it's like an Australian practical joke. Did they do this to everybody, or?
Oh, it's a black comedy for sure. Oh my gosh. That story is a wild and wonderful one and a true one. But it's also one, as hard as it was for me, and as much as I was losing my mind over there, I'm fully confident I would be sitting here talking to you right now with the life I have if I did not have that year. Well, that was one of those red light years that revealed its green light assets later in life.
I mean, I can't believe you did a whole year there under those circumstances. If you'd gotten the life you wanted with Elle Macpherson, the beaches like you wanted, but if that had happened, yeah, you'd be happy, but you had a year of diversity and strangeness. That changed your life.
Yeah, to put it lightly. Yeah. And I write about it in the book, it was a year, coming out of high school at a Longview, I was rolling. In my household, as soon as we were a very disciplined household until you turned 18. Then it was freedom. No curfew, you do what you want to do. Well, man, I had no curfew. My grades were good, so mom and dad were happy. I had a job, so I had $40 in my back pocket. I was dating the best looking girl at my school and across town. I had a 4 handicap. I had just gotten 2 holes in ones. I mean, I was rolling, right? Just won most handsome at school. I mean, I'm just like catching green lights. Well, I go over there, and that comes to a screeching halt.
Oh, man.
No car, no girlfriends, no job, no nothing, and I had a curfew. And the people I was stuck in the house with were strange.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. You can read the story. Yeah.
Well, it's like you come from South Texas, then you go to Australia, and you get a town smaller than, Pearsall or something down there in Australia that's not even near the beach. And then you have to read the book because it just tells the story, and it's an amazing thing. Now, your book, congratulations, it's already #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, and it's only been out, 2 weeks?
No, it just came out. It's been out 1 week. And so it debuted at #1, and I just found out that news, which was sure nice to hear that it translated and how well it was received.
Well, congratulations on that. And
thank you.
Something in the book that you glazed over real quick, and I don't know if you get to it later in the book, but your dad was a big guy, but there's one sentence in there, you mentioned he played for Green Bay. Was that, he's a Green Bay Packer. How long did he play?
1 year. One year. He said, I think he was returning a punt or something. He looked down and his toe was facing him, and he was looking at the bottom of his cleats. And he was uh-oh.
Time to go. Well, that's amazing. And I wanted to mention also, we were at Texas at the same time. When you went to the film school, did you just play an RTF major? Did you do a specialty with film with any of those professors there? How did you your course through there?
Well, I went there. I did go to film school. I wasn't acting at the time or in drama school. It was just film school. Tom Schatz, who's still over there, was a professor of mine. Mm-hmm. And I had a year of film school my junior year. Then I had what turned out to be 3 weeks of work on the set of Days Confused, which was the ultimate film school. And then I went back and made a documentary, Chicano Chariots, my senior year. And I was headed out to Hollywood at the end of '93 because I had a production assistant job lined up on a movie. Then that movie got bumped forward into the future 6 months, so I had to go looking for work. Ended up trying acting again, and I got the jobs.
Awesome. Well, man, you've had a charmed life, and you've done it right, and it's not so much charmed as you've worked hard for it. But the green lights and the red lights, they make so much more sense now. Hearing you tell them in the book, and I got one more question. When you and your brother went to Vegas and won all that money, and you put all your money on the Bills in the Super Bowl. What the hell? You bet against the Cowboys and you lost.
Well, it's at the time we were like, no, two's a charm, man. The Bills can't go down again. They're getting too many points. Then we found this really heavy line that moved up to like 12, and we just loaded up. And I'll tell you the story in the book. We load up on every Bills bet you could get, and guess how many of those Bills bets we won?
Zero.
And we came limping out of Vegas on that one.
Man, it's incredible. Well, good luck, and we look forward to seeing you. The book, the Texas book, it's next Saturday, not this Saturday. So I saved you on that game.
Thank you.
The 7th, and it's 4:00 till 4:45, and you can buy tickets online. All the information I'll actually post at KOKEFM.com. But it's the Texas Book Festival, and this year, of course, it's virtual, and it's going to be Matthew McConaughey and Ethan Hawke talking about his brand new book, Greenlight, which is already #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. That's pretty amazing. And Matthew, I've been trying to get you on for a while, and then when I saw you talking about the Little Mr. Texas, I'm like, okay, this is the perfect opportunity to throw a wrench into your day and introduce you to the actual winner, Lance Hunter.
Well, you did. That was awesome. You got the exclusive, and now I got to see the man who actually beat me out for Little Mr. Texas, even though I believed I was Little Mr. Texas for however many 30 years. That was awesome.
That's awesome. Well, hook 'em horns. Great talking to you, and I appreciate you joining me.
All right, let's go get him Stillwater. Speak to you next time.
Matthew McConaughey here on Texas Nights. Thank you, sir.
All right, now.